Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it's time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the reality shows that we're doing is Below Deck, which you know I love. I love that show. You know what's funny is that I was talking with my mom about this past weekend, and we were talking about how the formula for the non-housewife shows is pretty much all the same. Like Vanderpump Rules is Below Deck on land, right? And then there's Timber Creek Lodge, and what was it? It was called something else the year before. Neither one of them were that great though. I'm not gonna lie. Timber Creek Lodge was moderately better, but it was still a little bit of a snooze fest. Yeah. Anyways, so. Well, except Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine pretty much follows the Housewives formula. But anyways, okay, so my sister and I were talking about how much we miss NYC Prep. I love that show. I fucking love NYC Prep. I loved it. I wonder what everyone is doing now from that show. Like, I wonder what PC is doing. I know he was going to USC right after that show wrapped. God, that had to have been at least 5 years ago. So, God, even longer than that. Because I was living in Los Angeles when that came out, so, damn, I don't know. 2009 at least, so at least 8 years ago. So yeah, he's graduated from college by now, for sure. And then Jessie, I heard she got some sort of internship somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Okay. Below Deck, sorry. I didn't mean to go off onto that little... As you can see, I'm back in Las Vegas. Because I was going to do this yesterday. However, the wonderful people at Bravo on the app, it wasn't, the latest episode of Below Deck was not available on the app, and it still isn't. So that's a little bit annoying, because if it airs on Tuesday, it should be on the app on Wednesday, right? And it's Sunday and it still isn't up, so that's kind of annoying. So rather than pay for it on Amazon or Hulu, or, because I don't get, I mean, I suppose I probably could go through my computer, but I just waited till I got home and I watched it tonight, because I have it on the DVR, so I just watched it myself. I mean, I'm a little annoyed, though. Whatever. Okay, so Below Deck. So this week, first of all, I miss EJ. I miss EJ. He was so cute and so sweet and good work ethic. Just a model employee. He really was. So, you know, I think he's fantastic. God. Anyways, but I'm very grateful for Kyle Dixon. I'm so glad that he's back. Whereas EJ was very sort of like, I mean, he was sort of G-rated. Let's put it that way. Like, well, PG-13. How about that? He was sort of PG-13, and Kyle is very R-rated, which is fine. And not in front of the guests. Never in front of the guests. And what's funny is that, so in this episode today, everyone goes out to dinner except for Kate and Matt. They decide to have their own dinner so they can plan out the next days, because they've only got one charter left before the end of the season. And that is kind of upsetting that, you know, Kyle only comes 2 charters before they're done, which is literally, it's like, I think that might be less than a week. That's another thing. On these reality shows, because it's only an hour of their life and it's pieced out of all this, you know, pieced together, you think that because each episode airs every single week that, you know, their charter season lasts, God, like 18 weeks, right? But it doesn't. It only lasts like, at the most, 6 weeks, I think. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Especially because on this episode, Brianna was talking about how, oh, it's so sad. I'm going to miss everyone, and I wonder what everyone's doing. And I'm thinking, you just met these people like 6 weeks ago. Like, I mean, I get that you're going to miss everyone. That's great. But, I mean, do I don't know. It just seems like that's a little bit melodramatic to me. I could be totally an unfeeling bitch. I get it. But it just seems a little bit, Anyways. And what happened was, on the last charter, the one from last week, the primary guest was like, a lot of the food was just not good. And unfortunately for Matt, he was kind of blindsided by that. So Captain was like, God damn it, this is like the fucking second time people have bitched about the food. Fuck. So he's like, I'm gonna watch you in the galley, and I'm gonna make sure that we step it up. So he made sure Bruno was not helping. He's like, because he thinks that Bruno is being a crutch for Matt. And in all fairness to Bruno, as much as you might enjoy working in the galley, you're only being paid to do the deckhand work. So don't be doing someone else's job that they're probably getting paid more money than you to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that, Bruno helps out and all of that, but I just don't think that's not what he was hired for. That's not what he's being paid for. And obviously the deck takes priority. There we go. Obviously the deck takes priority, but at the same time, you don't want Matt to be leaning on Bruno when Bruno technically shouldn't be, an issue, right? Anyways. Okay, so the primary guest, although, oh my God, the primary got so fucking drunk. It was hilarious. She was, they were calling her sloppy. I have partied with sloppy drunks. I've partied with many a sloppy drunk. First of all, I'm not a sloppy drunk. Actually, I've only been drunk one time in my entire life. I've been buzzed maybe 10 times. And I've only been hungover twice. And I've been drinking now for 3 years, so. I mean, maybe this is one of the benefits of starting drinking so much later in life, is that as a mature adult, oh my God, I can't believe I said I'm mature. As a mature adult, you sort of know your limits. You know when you're getting shit-faced, right? So one time, so they were all calling this woman sloppy because she was going off on how much she loves Captain Lee, made him sit at dinner, and was, singing to him at the party afterwards, and they just abandoned her, and she was fucking pissed. But I don't think she was trying to sexually come on to Captain Lee, but, Lee and Cade and everyone was basically saying that she was sloppy. I don't think she was sloppy. I think she was drunk, for sure. But I don't think she was a mess. I mean, I have partied with some messes that are way bigger messes. I could tell stories. One day I probably will tell a story. I'll tell lots of stories about my drunk friends. But in the meantime, so when they left, they said, because earlier that night at dinner, the one that Captain Lee was sitting at, Lee is at dinner. And Matt makes dinner, and it was just okay. Right? That he served fish and asparagus, but there was no starch, and 2 of the people didn't want fish. Now, he knew that ahead of time, so he knew about one of them ahead of time, so he was creating a fettuccine dish for her, so he ended up making it for both of them. But he was irritated that, they said that, and then, he made a scallop salad, and they were like, oh, these scallops are gummy. Like we've ate more salads on this charter than we have our entire life. Listen, I know that it's difficult to create something new every single time. And I know that, because I know that Matt probably does not want to get into the same rut of beef cheek, beef cheek, beef cheek, beef cheek, right? Because we saw that with Leon, right? So I do understand that, and I am sympathetic to that. I just don't think, anyways, so they left a tip, and it wasn't that big. It was only $15,000, which is about, I don't know, $1,200 a piece a person. I don't know, something like that, something close to that. And Lee was like, I'm waiting for that $2,500 tip, and it just $2,500 a person tip, and it just hasn't happened yet. So Kate's like, fuck this, we're gonna fucking take this shit over. Fuck this shit. So that's when her and Matt have this dinner. So they have this dinner. This is a long setup, I know. So then while they're at dinner and everyone else is at a different restaurant, they're all at the table. And Jen takes her fork and sticks it in Kyle's gravy to taste Kyle's gravy. table manners is like one of the big things with him. If you don't have table manners, you are, I mean, that is, oh. Because I remember last season with Sierra when she was chewing with her mouth open and he was like, you're fucking disgusting. Close your fucking mouth, right? And she just laughed in his face. And then, she was a nut job too. Well, now Jen did this and he didn't make a big deal about it. He did excuse himself from the table and he didn't have any of his dinner. And even though she didn't like lick the fork first, and I mean sanitary wise, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't. She didn't do anything wrong sanitarily, I guess. But in terms of table manners, I mean, you can ask, hey, do you mind if I do this? And if he says, I'd rather you didn't, then you don't. You don't just do it and then say, oh, this is. No. Oh, he was pissed. But not as pissed as she got, because there's a little play on words, you know. He was pissed, angry. She got pissed, drunk. And she was like, oh my God, I've got to pee. I've got a UTI. Oh, fine. Now I'm just going to have a UTI and be pain. I hope you get a UTI to Baker. And finally, you know, Baker's like, you're being a fucking idiot. And she was like, fuck you, whore. And they were like, whoa, what's going on? How dare you call her a whore? This isn't between. I mean, that's what Kyle said. And she was like, this isn't between. I mean, she's. And at least Kyle admits that if you put him within a crazy chick on the boat, that one chick will be the one he gravitates to want to bang. Every single fucking time, apparently. I think, you know, what's funny is I got on the scale and I lost 3 pounds, but I still feel like I'm losing my chin. Maybe I'm going to shave. I'm going to take a shower and shave because this is fucking ridiculous. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Below Deck to talk about Below Deck, or you can hashtag Days or Duel to talk about Days of Our Lives, which I'm doing next. And you can also hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Thank you so much for logging on today. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.